Hilltop after hilltop in this remote part of Indonesia is being scalped of vegetation. On the horizon, excavators lumber forward, gouging out rocks veined yellow. Nearby, milky chemicals collect in Olympic pool-sized trenches. This is the work of Chinese mining syndicates flush with capital and connections, Indonesian investigators say, and virtually none of it is legal.
We don't know where they take it. We only know it doesn't stay here.
These syndicates bring their own geologic maps, excavators, and leaching tanks. They operate without permits, unchecked by local police, the equivalent of what residents call a mining mafia. As part of a strategic effort to reduce reliance on the US dollar, China is procuring gold at a voracious pace. This drive has fueled a surge in illicit gold mining across the global south, inflicting environmental destruction from Indonesia to Ghana to French Guiana.
Chinese networks have become deeply involved in the illicit gold trade. Much of the gold they mine goes to China via highly opaque supply chains.
When Chinese investors came, they came with excavators, crushers, and pumps that stunned local miners. They built processing facilities, installing sprinkler systems to douse ore with cyanide, a chemical local miners had never used before.
We felt defeated. Soon Chinese investors were moving quantities of gold in a single day that would take locals months to extract.
Villagers say the mercury and cyanide being used are poisoning their river systems. Every week, cattle downstream of the mine's cyanide pools drop dead, locals say. In Ghana, Chinese syndicates have laid waste to swaths of the country's west and south and are now moving north.
The Chinese government is doing nothing about it. The Chinese Communist Party is complicit in the destruction.
In French Guiana, Chinese investors form a crucial logistical chain in an illicit gold market that costs tens of millions to combat.
They are robbing us, openly. The bribing of officials means even when we find evidence, superiors may not prosecute.
Indonesian authorities asked the Chinese embassy to help identify citizens and assist with investigations. They were not cooperative, said an Indonesian official. Indonesian authorities have reported major illicit gold operations in at least 4 provinces. None have led to convictions.
Everything you see that is stripped land is the Chinese. They work illegally. I don't want to be involved in all that.
After several clashes, hostilities boiled over when villagers set a dormitory for Chinese miners on fire. Goldman Sachs estimates Chinese central bank gold purchases have been as much as 60 tons higher per month than declared. Once smelted, illegal gold is virtually impossible to differentiate from legal gold, and equally valuable to the world's biggest buyer. Gold mined illegally in the Amazon could end up in a high-end boutique in London or a bank vault in Zurich.
China is the missing elephant in the room. We talk about them. They are not there.
In January, hundreds demonstrated in the Democratic Republic of Congo against what they called the plundering of their gold by Chinese operators.
If you have a strategic interest in gold, you don't want to just rely on industrial mining. You're trying to mop up gold wherever it is.
Conservative estimates place the value of the illicit gold sector at more than $30 billion or 400 tons a year.
We used to fish in that river. Now the fish are gone. If you drink the water, you get sick. They have taken our future and sold it for gold.
This is not a victimless crime. The price is paid in poisoned rivers, razed forests, and ruined lives. The world is being bought and sold for gold, and the true cost is far greater than its glittering price.